Exactly. All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. In the courtroom, justice hinges on evidence proven beyond reasonable doubt. After 6 years of protracted legal battle, the former Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, Kawu Modibbo, has become victorious. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has prosecuted Modibbo and Pinnacle Communications for mismanaging the sum of 2.5 billion naira earmarked for the federal government's digital switchover project. The Federal High Court in Abuja, however, ruled that the prosecution failed to substantiate allegations against him, bringing an end to the 6 years of legal trial. So, Biko, tell us, what were the things considered by the trial judge or the factors responsible for the verdict by the court?
Yeah, at the time when that case started,
yes,
some of us knew it was a witch hunt. It was just a group of wicked people who do not fear God that decided to put Kawu Modibbo, Dipo Nefade and Lucky Omoluwa, a fantastic Nigerian, who eventually lost his life in the course of pursuing justice. A billionaire who was committed, fully committed to the digital switchover initiative for government. There were some powerful people who do not reckon with the fact that one day they will account for their evil deeds. You see them, they go to mosque, they pray. Well, it's impotent religiosity. There's nothing in their heads and in their character that suggests to you that they are good people. But they want Nigerians to see them as good people. But their hearts are as clean as a sewage pit. Modibbo was a victim of witch hunt. And I'm happy that Justice Folashade Ogunbanjogiwa affirmed that ICPC failed to prove his case against the defendant. There were cases of witnesses who testified in the matter being unable to link the people put on trial to the crime itself. And there were conflicting testimonies and all that. When you start having that, it will be clear to the judge that these people do not know what they are doing. That they merely procure people to come and lie against innocent persons. The 2.5 billion that he was accused of stealing was actually properly paid into the accounts of Pinnacle Communications. And the late chairman of Pinnacle Communications, Lucky Omoluwa, actually paid 680 million for his license. That was the single most important payment for the digital switchover initiative. Now, the company installed transmission facilities in Abuja, Kaduna, and Lagos. I personally went to the facility in Pape in Abuja. I saw it. I did a documentary on it in the year 2020. I did a documentary, showed the equipment. There was nothing like that in our country. You could see all the TV stations in our country in their control room. You see all the stations. So anyone that you prefer, you can actually point at it. I was there, I watched TVC, all the TV stations. Then some people just they had this brainwave that they had to deal with Modibbo Kawu. I'd known Modibbo Kawu since I was in secondary school. Because from that time, I'd been showing interest in journalism, and he was one of our role models in Kwara State at that time. Competent at what he does. He may have a tinge of, let me say, a bit of arrogance. But many great people, many brilliant people have arrogance. Arsene Wenger was arrogant.
Mourinho,
very arrogant. What's his name? Ferguson. The Manchester United manager, a knight of the British Empire, was also arrogant. If they were not arrogant, they won't be special.
Exactly.
That's a fact. So some people would hate Modibbo for that, but because he's sure of himself. And we live in a country, and then haters will come with that, oh, Mr. Tuno. You, the lazy unreading person calling another person Mr. Tuno. Who told you not to go and read so that you have the knowledge that he has?
Exactly.
There's no such thing as Mr. Tuno. Nobody knows everything. Sure. There are areas, you can't tell me now to come and talk about how to get to space, the science of it and all that. Why would I come
space
to me about that? Space technology. I will be looking at you that is anything wrong with you. Because I'm not a scientist. But if I read about it, I can come on air and talk competently about it. If you give me time to prepare. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Modibbo Kawu did his best for NBC. But haters came together and said, we have to deal with this boy. But in spite of that, you see he's been vindicated after 6 years. You wasted 6 years of a man's life. In my presence, he wept over this matter because he knew that he was being persecuted for nothing. I still remember that day when he wept. And you know what it is? When somebody much older than you burst into tears before you.
True.
If you don't put your head down, you will join him.
Exactly.
If you are a good person. If you don't put your face down, you are likely to join him. But thank God, time is a gentleman, as I always say. Time showed that Modibbo Kawu was just a victim of pure witch hunt. They had no case. They went to court without a case, without evidence that he stole any money. And the court vindicated him. Now, it's not, he didn't just win. He was discharged and acquitted. You know what that means?
Exactly.
You know? So I wish him good luck.
Sure.
Because I know that he still has a lot to offer our country. You know, his brilliance, so brilliant people shouldn't just be wasted. And now he's cleared, he's been cleared. He's in position. He's in position to go anywhere with his head held high.
That's true.
Because he's been vindicated. There was no case.
They cleared all the case.
Yes.
All right, but Kayode, 6 years. Yeah, they say that the wheel of justice grinds slowly. But why did it take this long to get justice? 6 years. Mikio talked about 6 years.
And during that time, he was suspended for 5 years without pay.
That's sad.
You know, whatever it is, like you said, the big lesson is that it was vindicated at the end of the day. And the big lesson for us is also to point out that it is not enough when you see stories on TV, on radio, when you see somebody has been arrested, somebody has been accused, and you quickly carry that brush and begin to call the person a criminal. It's mere allegation. It is mere whatever it is. You know, I had an argument in the newsroom one day when someone said, you see, he's a thief, he's a thief. I said, excuse me, that is totally uncalled for. Until proven guilty, you cannot call someone a criminal. Look at this man now, because some people just don't like his face, or probably he has stopped some people from doing some whatever it is. And this is a case of someone who had been denied. And for me, I'm not looking at Modibbo alone, you know, wasting his time, wasting his life. This has definitely slowed down the DSO for this country.
Of course, at the rate they were going.
The rate they were going, we were close to switching over to digital.
Wicked people.
And this is so... we're already doing countdown. We're already counting the number of months where everybody will switch. You know, virtually every media, especially big media houses like TVC, we were ready. So it is sad that Modibbo is not the loser here. You know, we Nigerians, whoever is behind this, we should find a way of fishing them out. We should find a way of allowing justice to be meted out to these people. So for me, Modibbo, congratulations to you. Whatever, you know, soil, whatever
forgive them.
Forgive them.
Forgive?
Because it's better than that.
BK, you say forgive?
Yes, you see.
Exactly. That's how to win.
He is a winner now. When he chooses to forgive, he has shown to them that he's the better man. When he said, look, I've forgiven you all of the pain that you caused me to go through. I leave you to God. You can forgive. But whether God will forgive is an answer blowing in the wind.
Okay.
But I urge him to forgive these people.
But BK, can we say that they wasted the time of the court?
Of course. That's why you see judges sometimes will dress down our anti-corruption agencies. When you go after a man based on a shitty petition, a wishy-washy petition, a petition from a shilly-shally mind, this is what happens. Because you can't build something on nothing.
Exactly.
You go after a man, you lied against him. Now you brought those witnesses, they were contradicting
Each other.
So how do you, who is that judge who will see witnesses contradicting themselves and he will still be convinced that they are witnesses of truth? Of course not. I feel bad that they not only wasted their time, they soiled their names. And Nigerians who jump to conclusion to accuse people of committing a crime without evidence, they are not decent Nigerians. They are not decent Nigerians. It's not everybody that the EFCC has a case with that has committed the crime. Time will prove, because at the end of the day, you see some of those things are politically motivated.
That's true.
Look at Faneka Ode, for example. You know how many years Faneka Ode was being tried? Longer than this. And at the end of the day, they couldn't build a case against him. Justice Musdafa, a former CJN of our country, said prosecution is like building a house. Prosecuting a case in court is like building a house.
From the
if it is on shaky foundation, it will crumble.
It will crumble.
Very true.
And when it crumbles, you don't expect the judge to help you. It will be a case of, oh, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Exactly.
In the case of the American baseball player, O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson.
Yes, now,
okay.
you know, the glove that was brought to court, that was what he used. And clearly, the glove didn't fit.
Yeah.
And that great lawyer,
Kim Kardashian's father.
that great lawyer said, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Exactly.
Because, you know, another worry is the way we consume and we reason with social media. You know, somebody will just conclude, he has been caught.
He's
guilty. I think it's a way of educating people that irrespective, you know, most of these
Why
people
won't you even want to give people the benefit of the doubt?
to have let them speak. You know, and we should also encourage people who want to go into public service that if you have a good intention like this, Modibbo, do not be discouraged. It can be painful. It can be painful when people saw people's name, you know, and they will say, no, I don't want to get
One of the
into
Nigerians that I have so much respect for is this former principal secretary to Obasanjo.
Okay.
The one who came up with, the one who led the committee that was asked to restructure.
Gamaliel.
Okay,
not Gamaliel.
Oronsai.
Okay, Steve Oransai. Okay.
Steve Oransai, sorry, not Gamaliel.
He was also a victim of this kind
That's
of.
true. How many years?
They had no case against him. His lawyer had to file a case, a no case submission. He wasted the old man's time. Those old men, they are different from us. The house that they accused him of building with proceeds of crime, he actually took a loan from a mortgage bank. And every time he tore the check stub, he had a record of it. And the people didn't have evidence.
They wasted his time.
The court had no choice but to discharge and acquit.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, we need to go on this quick break right about now. But we'll be going on a live program happening right there in Sokoto State. But you can also join on other platforms for Journalist Hangouts. Journalist Hangouts will be live on other platforms.